Okay, well, thank you for joining me for what will be an express Pilates yoga class. Let's just start with a quick little posture setting, get ourselves into the mode of our workout. Lift up through the legs, lift up through the hips, especially lift the rib cage up off the waist. Engage those lower abs, feel the engagement go all the way up your core. Roll your shoulder blades down your back. Level the back of the head over the back of the spine. Feel that perfect balance there. And inhale, arms up. Exhale, reach forward into a fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Exhale, reach over into a fold. One more time. Inhale, reverse swan dive. And exhale into that fold. Slowly roll up one vertebra at a time. Head last, roll the shoulder blades back, and let's come down to the mat. I'm like doing crazy things here. Okay. To start our Pilates series. Let's start with a buildable warm-up. So tuck your shoulder blades underneath you to open your chest, knees bent, palms flat on the mat. Lift one knee up, set it down. Lift the knee, set it down. So the muscles that are doing this lifting are right here in your lower core. You're going to press that muscle down, and that is going to lift that leg into the air. So it's a very deliberate movement involving lots of muscle work rather than just like a casual lift of the leg. And if you want to increase the level of difficulty a little bit, we're going to lift both legs, set them down. Engage, press, and then lift. Exhale, inhale, and then press. Exhale as you lift. Inhale, press, exhale. So really work on feeling that breath carry you through, using the diaphragm to cue those core muscles to lift those legs. And if you want to take it up another level, you're going to lift the legs up and you're just going to tap those heels down. So rather than bringing the whole foot to rest, we're going to keep constant tension by tapping the heels and lifting up. Tap and lift. Tap and lift. Tap and lift. Nice job. Really good core engagement. I love it. For 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Slowly roll up this time. Slowly bring those legs for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And hopefully you got a nice little shake. You can hug your knees, rock side to side. Hopefully you got a nice shake on that slow movement. Let's come into the saw. So we're going to sit up, legs extended about hip distance apart. Feel the straight line from your tailbone up to the top of your head. You can rock back and forth, get both of those sits bones down onto the mat. Tall spine, arms extended, and we're going to, keeping that spinal column aligned, reach forward and twist. Reach forward and twist. Big exhale on that twist. And you can twist to tap your hand on the inside of that foot. Or if you want a bigger twist, you can tap on the outside of that opposite foot. So this is a little bit of stretching, a little bit of core, You should feel your core engage to maintain the alignment of your spinal column. And twist. Twist. And twist. For 4. Exhale, 3. 2. And 1. Stay seated, palms next to your glutes, fingertips pointing toward your toes. We are going to come back to that single leg knee lift. So here we're going to lift that knee. You should, again, feel that core engagement. Feel a little bit of a pelvic rock here. When you press in that lower core, it should kind of tuck your tailbone under. This should feel like a lot of work. And you can stay here, exhaling on the lift, or you can bring both legs up together. Big exhale on the lift, big inhale on the drop. Feet are together, knees are together, squeezing the inner thighs on that lift. Four, 3, 2. We're going to hold up here and boat. Hold here. You can extend your hands. You can extend your legs. Holding here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Let's roll over onto our belly to do some work for our lower back. We're going to be here in our Sphinx pose. Elbows underneath your shoulders, hands open, fingers open, pressing down into the mat, feet about hip distance apart. Lift those legs, 3 taps behind with the heels, set them down. Your lower core, your lower abs are engaged to protect your spine. We're not letting that spine droop and sag. But we're strong from below, nice brace from below to protect that spine. Head is in line with the spine, so not dropping the head down. You should see your fingertips in the very bottom of your peripheral vision and not much more than your fingers. Exhaling on that tap, tap, tap. Strong through those shoulders. And down. Tap, tap, tap. Tap, tap, tap. 2 more. Tap, 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 and down. And now we're going to alternate that 1, 2, 3 tap. Extend into a superwoman. 1, 2, 3. Extend. So arms are lifted off the mat, legs are lifted off the mat. Both are long, hands reaching forward, toes reaching back. Lift. Trying to feel your hips. Imagine that they are the only point of contact with the floor. Everything else is lifted and floating, defying gravity here. Tap, tap, tap. Extend. Tap, tap, tap. Extend. 2 more. Tap, tap, tap. Extend. Last one, and we're going to hold that superwoman. Extend for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push back. Into a child's pose. Nice stretch for that lower back. Good stretch for the shoulders here. And let's finish off our Pilates series with, what do we want to finish with? Let's finish with a side plank variation. So we are going to be on our elbow under the shoulder, arm extended. We're going to be in a modified side plank. So that bottom knee is going to stay on the mat, lifting up, lift that top leg. We're going to bring it to the front, tap for 8. These hips stay up. So we don't want to reach the hips to the front. Hips stay aligned. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tap to the back. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's do 4 sets of this. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tap to the back. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. To the front. To the back. Keeping that hip lifted. Last set. Tap in the front. Tap to the back, strong through the shoulders, shoulders aligned, hips aligned. Just hold that leg in the air. We'll hold here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Great job. Let's switch to the other side. Aligning that elbow under the shoulder, hand flat, bottom knee bent, lifting up. Nice aligned hip, aligned shoulder, tap front. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bring it to tap back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3 more sets. Tap back. 2 sets left. Tap back. 1 more set. 5, 6, 7, 8. Tap back for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Leg up in the air if you can for a hold for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set it down. Nice job. Let's just come into our happy baby for a second. Open up those hips. Get a little stretch on the lower back. You can rock side to side. Trying to bring those knees into the armpits. Holding onto the shins, ankles, feet. And keeping hold of grab hold of your ankles on the inside. We'll roll up to seated, roll through. Let's bring our hands flat on the mat, tuck the toes under, press up into down dog, walk the hands back to the feet, slowly roll up, head last to our Utkatasana, our mountain pose, to transition into our yoga series. And let's do a variation today. We'll start with an inhale up and an exhale to a fold. Inhale, flat back. Let's exhale to hold this forward fold. You can grab a yoga toe hold, or you can catch your opposite elbows for a ragdoll hold. Either way, trying to straighten those knees. Get a good stretch along the back of the leg. We should be fairly warm now. And releasing that hold wherever it is. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold palms to the mat. Step or jump your feet back into a plank. Inhale up, chaturanga. Hug your elbows to your rib cage as you slowly float down toward the mat. You can also come into cobra here, dropping your knees and lifting your chest, or up dog, resting on the top of your feet, shoulders back, and pressing back to down dog. Let's inhale the right leg up. We're going to step it to the outside edge of the mat, outside of that right hand, coming into a modified lizard. So our hands are going to stay on the mat. We've got this foot outside the hand, other foot is, the toes are strong on the mat, pushing forward through the top of the head to really feel a good stretch, elongation. Try to relax into the stretch for the right hip and the left hip flexor. And let's walk that foot in between the hands. Hands on either side. Again, top of the head reaching forward. Now we're resting the chest on that outstretched thigh, bringing the stretch a little bit more into the glute. Still strong and reaching. Lots of distance between the top of the head and the back of the left heel. And now walk your hands forward a little. And we're going to push up into a standing split, lifting that left leg up off the mat. Hands are in front of you. You can also bring them to your leg for a balance. I'm going to go with the supported version. Lots of extension on that back leg, trying to get that standing leg straight. And now we're going to set those left toes back down on the mat and rise up into our crescent lunge. This is our little bit of a rest. Shoulders away from the ears. Open up those hands, and I'm sorry, I'm facing the wrong way. We're gonna rotate into a standing V. Inhale, the arms up, and then exhale, reach them back behind you, going through those legs. Inhale the arms up, and reach them back behind you. One more time, inhale, arms up, and reach them back behind you. Coming back up to have your arms in a T, rotate to the other side. We're in this crescent lunge. We're gonna bring the hands down to the mat, step back to a plank. Inhale, exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. And this time we're gonna lift that left leg into the air and step it outside the right foot, the left hand. I feel like I'm playing a game of Twister. We're in this nice lizard pose here. Back. So modified lizard pose, this is still a working pose instead of a resting pose. Reaching the top of the head forward, pressing that back heel back. Walk that front foot in between the hands, trying to rest your torso on that outstretched thigh. Head reaching forward, heel pressing back. One more breath. Walk the hands in front of you and lift that right leg up off the mat for your standing split. Coming into the balance if you choose. We're staying with the supported version. Trying to straighten that standing leg and lift the extended leg up into the sky. And now set that back foot back down on the mat, rising up into our crescent lunge. Straight line from the hips up to the top of the head, shoulders away from the ears. Feeling the support of your feet on the mat. One more breath. And open into the standing V. Arms extended, inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold and reach through. Inhale up. Exhale, fold and reach through. One more time, inhale up. And this time we're gonna walk our feet together to come back to standing to our mountain pose. Let's go through a quick Utkatasana series. So we're going to stand with the legs together, big toes touching, squeezing all the way up through the legs. Big inhale up. And we're going to sit back on an exhale into our chair. Heels are trying to stay on the mat. Thighs squeezed together, knees aligned. Pushing the glutes down into that chair. Bring your palms to heart center. Big inhale, and on the exhale, twist. Hook the elbow around the outside of that right leg, or whichever side you've chosen to twist. And now open the hands. That should give you even more twist. Don't lose that chair. Still sitting back to the chair. Check in with your knees. Make sure they're parallel with one another. And bring that left hand, or whatever hand is closest to the ground, to the mat. Step the right hand back. We're going to be in our revolved. Step the right foot back in our revolved crescent lunge. Bring that foot back in, hands in prayer, back into our chair, and slowly rise up. Roll the shoulders back. Take a couple shoulder rolls and a couple breaths before we do this on the other side. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, sitting down into our chair. Thighs squeezed together, knees aligned. Palms to heart center. Big inhale, and on the exhale, twist to the other side. Trying to keep your palms at heart center rather than letting them rise up to your shoulder. And now open your hands, top arm reaching for the sky, trying to open those shoulders to be parallel with the wall. Check in with your knees. Are they still parallel? Setting that hand that's closest to the mat down on the mat. Step the right leg back. So it should be right hand, right leg. And twist in this revolved crescent lunge. Step that foot back, palms to heart center in our Utkatasana. Slowly rise up. Really nice. Roll the shoulders back. Let's do a very quick tree pose, balance, and then we'll come down to the mat for our Savasana. Palms to heart center, squeezing them together. Lift up all the toes on your right foot, or the foot of your choice. Set them down one at a time. Feeling them make contact with the floor. Taking that left leg, toes on the mat, leg on the calf, or up on the thigh. Lifting up through that standing leg. You can grow your branches if you'd like. And you can flutter those leaves by just wiggling your fingers, since we are in fall. And flutter those leaves all the way down. And then set that leg down. Other side, get set, lift up the toes, set them down. Palms to heart center. Choose the position for your leg. Once you're comfortable, you can open up those branches. Start fluttering the leaves. And just wiggling your fingers. It's a little bit of a destabilizer for this balance, making it a little more challenging. One more inhale, and on the exhale, float those leaves down, 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 and set down the leg. Let's come through our vinyasa to come onto the mat. Inhale up, exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step or jump to your plank. Inhale here. Exhale, chaturanga or cobra. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Let's hold it here for 2 breaths. Look between your hands, set your knees down on the mat, and then bring them all the way through to lay down on your back. Open your palms to the sky, tuck your shoulder blades under to open up your chest. Let your feet open up a comfortable distance apart. Push your shoulders away from your ears, set them in a nice spot to give your neck lots of room. You can close your eyes. Start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Roll your wrists and your ankles. And keeping your eyes closed, roll over onto one side, using your arm as a pillow, tucking your toes and your knees. Push up to a seated position. Palms facing up, fingers in the mudra. Let's just do one head roll to one in one direction. And then roll your head the other direction. And all those points on the compass. Level your head, open your eyes, palms to heart center. Big inhale. Exhale. Inhale to the center of your forehead. And if you'd like, you can join me in a bow. Namaste. Thank you for having patience with me.
Of course.